Hi friends, this is your pal Scott Garibay, and today we are going to talk about Professor Dungeon Master's phenomenal, extremely well done selection of the top 20 most popular tabletop role-playing games of 2025. And this list was made by checking what live events were being scheduled at Gen Con. And I think this is absolutely brilliant. And let's talk about the number one tabletop role-playing game in the world in 2025. And it is Dungeons and Dragons. So, released to the world on February 7th, 1974 by Gary Gygax, a powerful, extraordinary tool for understanding human narrative and for understanding human identity, Dungeons and Dragons was the number one tabletop role-playing game on February 7th, 1974. And on August 31st, 2025, Dungeons and Dragons remains undefeated. It is the number one most popular tabletop role-playing game in the world. It won the number one slot with 1,307 events at Gen Con. The second place was Pathfinder with 538. So get this, it is more than double the amount that Pathfinder was able to put up. So this is absolutely incredible. And I think Dungeons and Dragons has really done everything necessary to win the top slot as the most popular tabletop role-playing game in the world in 2025. It has remained the most popular tabletop role-playing game in the world for all 50 years of its existence. And it is extremely helpful that Professor Dungeon Master was able to prove this, in my humble opinion, with a sound, extremely helpful, extremely useful metric. So I really just could not be more impressed with what Professor Dungeon Master was able to do, by determining that the 60,000 people who attend Gen Con are the people who deserved the very most to determine and declare what tabletop role-playing games are at the top of the pack and what tabletop role-playing games are not at the top of the pack and are really just kind of also-rans, right? So the top 20 tabletop role-playing games, most popular tabletop role-playing games at this point in the world for the year 2025 are established. They are declared. I think this is the most valuable metric for determining the winners in tabletop role-playing games that exist. And congratulations to Hasbro for having the number one tabletop role-playing game, most popular tabletop role-playing game in the world, which is Dungeons and Dragons, with 1,307 events. Every single word you just heard in this video is my humble opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.